We're asking, should masks be required on the subway, yes or no?
It don't even matter, bro. Like, people gonna do what they gonna do regardless, so I'm gonna have to say, hell no.
When you see someone not wearing a mask on the train, which there's a fair amount of, what do you think of those fellow New Yorkers?
I'll tell you, or we'll make fun of you.
They removed the mask mandates from planes last week. What are your thoughts on that?
They shouldn't have done that. I think it's incredibly stupid.
Do you feel like the mask keeps you safe at this point in the pandemic where most people are vaccinated? No?
No,
So
it doesn't.
why wear them at this point if they don't keep you safe? Or?
I only know where it keeps me safe. When I'm walking outside sometimes, like on the subway, maybe I should change it to no, I don't know.
What do you think of those New Yorkers not wearing their masks on the subway?
I think it's a little bit selfish, because I don't wear this to protect myself. I wear it to protect other people. And I think we should all kind of look out for each other.
We're asking New Yorkers, should masks be required on the subway?
No.
You're tallying no, but I see you still are wearing a mask. Tell me more about that. There you go. Thank you. Cool. Most New Yorkers on the subway still do wear masks. I see you're not wearing one. Do you get odd looks or anything? Do you think you get treated any differently because you aren't wearing a mask?
I don't think so. I see a lot of people that don't wear masks, a lot of people that do wear masks. I think it's a personal choice. I feel like people that wear masks probably have people around them at a higher risk than others, and they just want to be 100% safe. I live by myself. I don't really have the problem, so.
Absolutely. Hey everybody, I am your host Elad, and a federal judge has just struck down the CDC's mask mandates. Masks are no longer required on planes, trains, and buses throughout the country. However, here in New York City, our subway system is run by the MTA, one of the last legs of the COVID regime, still requiring masks here on the subway. So we are at a Union Square subway station asking New Yorkers, should masks still be required on the subway? Let's go speak to some New Yorkers, see what's going on.
What do I do?
I'm asking, should masks be required on the subway, yes or no?
No.
No, they should not be required on the subway.
I think it should not be. What do I do? Just put
Yeah, just tally no. So you think they shouldn't be required, but you are still wearing one. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
off my train. But I'm being harassed all the time by people who are afraid. They're telling me I should put a mask on if I talk, if I sneeze. They're yelling at me. They're telling me I should have a mask on my face because of the spread of COVID, despite everybody being double vaccinated and double boosted, but they're still getting on my nerves with it, so I just do it to avoid arguments.
Absolutely.
There goes
Thank
my
you.
chair. That's my train.
Thank you so much for your time,
All right,
sir. I
bro.
appreciate
All right,
it.
no
Thank you.
problem.
Have a good day. Any chance I get your participation in my poll? Yeah. We're asking New Yorkers on the subway, should masks be required on the subway? Can I get your participation?
As of yet, yes, it should still be, yes.
Should still be required.
Yeah.
May I ask, what do the conditions need to be to change your mind to a no?
The infection rate in New York being lower than it is. Yeah.
I know we're at 80% double vaccination across all New Yorkers. Does that make you feel a little bit more confident about these vaccine mandates at this point, or mask mandates at this point?
Yeah, I don't think masks need to be everywhere like they used to be. I think restaurants, things like that, fine. You don't need to go into a restaurant, you don't need to go into a bar unless you work there, and the workers tend to wear masks. Some of us need to take the subway to survive. So we shouldn't be, we should still have masks in the subway.
May I ask, when you do see a fellow New Yorker not wearing their mask on the subway, I want to say it's about 80% wearing, 20% not. What do you think of those New Yorkers not wearing their masks on the subway?
I think it's a little bit selfish, because I don't wear this to protect myself. I wear it to protect other people. And I think we should all kind of look out for each other more than we do in America. Other countries do a better job at this. And I think it's just a respectful thing to wear your mask in the subway still.
I think there was a Florida judge last week who overturned the federal mask mandates on planes and other public transportation. What do you think of that now, having no mask mandates on the planes?
I'm of two minds about that, because again, I don't think planes are as required for people as subways are. For instance, poor people don't commute in planes. So I'm less sympathetic about the plane situation, but for subways, I think we should still be wearing masks for now. For now,
Yeah.
The day will come, but most pandemics run at least 3 years. If we don't have the grit to make it 3, we're a weak country, and I don't think we are. I think we're a strong country, and Americans have the grit to hang on for 3 years.
Do you think Eric Adams rolled back the vaccine mandate too soon? We don't have those vaccine mandates in bars, restaurants, gyms anymore.
I don't think so. I think, the vaccine vaccine rate in New York's pretty high, and I think, again, people don't need to go to bars and restaurants. That's a luxury, unless you work there. So I don't think he did, no.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. I don't want you
Sure.
to miss your train.
Yeah, no
Have a good
problem.
one. Thank you. Yeah. And can I ask you, what do the conditions need to be for it to be a no?
I guess higher vaccination rates for boosters and no variants still active around.
We're at like 80% vaccination rate in the city. Do you want it to be higher than that too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to participate, please? It smells like incense or something. Yeah,
You said it smells like incense.
incense or something.
I thought you said incense.
No,
Sounds
I don't know what that
that's-
smells like.
Hopefully no one
Yeah.
does.
We are polling New Yorkers on the subway asking, should masks be required on the subway? I saw you were wearing one, just took it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. We're at like an 80% vaccination rate in the city. How much higher does it need to be for you to maybe change your mind to a no?
I'm gonna have to say I need more 10 more percent
Okay, cool.
to 90, just because right now it's valid right now. It's valid everywhere on the subway. You can't go on any car, whether you're going uptown or downtown. You can't go in any car where there's not going to be someone who's homeless, unfortunately, who has their bags with them, who has just smoked something or done something, and it's vaporizing everywhere. So
Do you feel like the mask keeps you safe at this point in the pandemic where most people are vaccinated? No?
no,
So
it doesn't.
why wear them at this point if they don't keep you safe here?
I only know where it keeps me safe. When I'm walking outside, sometimes like on the subway, maybe I should change it to no. I don't know, but I already put yes down. But the thing is, it doesn't make me feel. It doesn't make me feel safer, which makes us as people in New York doesn't make us feel safer at all as well.
Should masks be required on the subway?
Nah.
You're getting it, yeah. You think they should be
I
required?
mean, damn, I'm too hot for this shit.
That's why you're saying no. What do you think of the MTA still requiring their masks now?
That's crazy, because, like, yo, for one, I never wanted the mask to begin. It made my face sweaty, man. Like, make your nose start running. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, fuck that mask shit.
Can I ask you, a lot of people around us are still wearing masks. Most of the people on the subway still wear masks. Do you get looks or treated differently because you're not wearing a mask?
Yeah, but you know what? I try to respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? You want to wear a mask, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But just don't come on. You know, just don't try to like push that on me and stuff like that. At the end of the day, like, yo, let's just be adults and respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? Choices and shit.
You're asking New Yorkers, should masks be required on the subway? You're Italian, yes. Can I ask, what do the conditions need to be to change your mind to not have them required on the subway?
For there not to be COVID cases.
Yeah,
It's pretty obvious.
I know we're at like an 80% vaccination rate throughout the city. What number would you want to hit to really get rid of those mask mandates?
Honestly, I think it's just gonna be a part of our lives. Like, let's be real. Since we've been wearing masks, I haven't gotten sick that much at all in these past 2 years, and I haven't had COVID yet. So,
Are you attributing that to the mask? The mask makes you feel safer at this point?
yes, the mask, the vaccine, the booster, washing your hands, all of those things. It works.
I know a Florida judge just overturned the mask mandates last week. They're no longer required on planes and other public transit throughout the country. The MTA is one of the only places still requiring it. What do you think of planes no longer requiring those masks?
Natural selection.
Wow.
Yeah. So
When you see someone not wearing a mask on the train, which there's a fair amount of, what do you think of those fellow New Yorkers?
I'll tell you, or we'll make fun of you.
What do you make of Eric Adams' decision to get rid of the vaccine mandates that we had throughout the city earlier, where you couldn't go to the gyms or restaurants without these vaccines, but now the mandate's no longer there?
Honestly, Eric Adams sucks, and he knows better, and he's just pandering to the people who don't want to do this anymore. Honestly, it's making the city hate you more, so stop it. You're not helping us.
Would you like to see the vaccine mandates be put back in place?
Yes,
Even though we do have like an 80% vaccination rate in the city.
it's not good enough. We're New York. We should be better than that, honestly.
Excuse me? Any chance I can get you to participate in our poll?
I think they should be required.
You think they should be required? Can I ask what would make you change your mind to a no?
Honestly, like, I don't think anything could change my mind just because it's like, I think that I could take my mask off and then like someone coughs in my face. And like, that's just the way the subway works. So I don't know.
They removed the mask mandates from planes last week. What are your thoughts on that?
They shouldn't have done that. I think it's like incredibly stupid. Again, just my opinion, but like, I don't think we are like anywhere where we should be with like public health and like, I don't know. I see a lot of people kind of be like starting to like say that COVID is going to become like cold because everyone's gotten vaccinated,
Like
gotten
endemic.
the booster, an endemic, exactly. But I think that's really ignorant to people that suffer with chronic illnesses, especially. And it's really like, we shouldn't be leaving like chronically ill and disabled people behind in this fight to turn it into an endemic instead of a pandemic. So I think that's really important. And obviously, like, I'm also sick of wearing my mask, but and like, I'm not saying that you have to wear it like 24/7, but I just think that we are like not where we should be in terms of like policy at all. I think we're going way too fast.
Can I ask, given like we're at like 80% vaccination rate here in the city, do you feel like the mask's still keeping you safe in the subway at this point in the pandemic?
I think to a certain extent. I'm also just like used to wearing it at this point, so which is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. Can I ask you this one last thing? Eric Adams got rid of the vaccine mandates that we had earlier this year. What do you think of that? Was that a smart move or was that a little bit premature?
No, that was so dumb because people are going to continue to get sick. That's my only thought on that. I thought that was like absolutely ridiculous.
But we're at like 80%. What would we need to get that vaccination rate to want to get rid of those requirements for the vaccine?
Well, it's just, I don't know. I think I sound like completely contradictory being like, oh, there's a really high vaccination rate, so we should get rid of the vaccination mandates. A lot of people only got the vaccine because of the vaccine mandate. So for them to like be vaccinated because of that mandate and then have the mandate like stripped away, like he's just like not like leaving any credibility for himself as a mayor by doing that, in my opinion. So
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it so
Yeah,
much.
of course.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We are polling New Yorkers and we are asking, should masks be required on the subway?
I'm gonna say no.
Ooh. And can I ask why? Because a lot of New Yorkers that I did speak to so far did say yes. We're one of the only places in the country, too, to still have the mask mandate on the subway.
I'm aware. I think they're not required anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So Uber and the subway need to catch on.
Yeah. What do you think of, I know we were one of the strictest places. We did have the vaccine mandates for a while. What do you think of the vaccine mandates while we did have them?
I felt like it was excessive to mandate it, considering that it doesn't actually prevent you from getting it. But it has to have helped in some way, right? Because we're not obviously experiencing the same difficulties as before. Or maybe they're just not publicized, I don't know.
Did that convince you to get, can I ask, are you vaccinated? Did
I'm
that convince you to get vaccinated?
I'm vaccinated because I was required to be vaccinated for work.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can't go to castings, you can't do this if you're not vaccinated.
So you wouldn't have been vaccinated otherwise?
I probably would have still been vaccinated because when I go home, I have like a lot of older people in my family, grandparents. So I probably would have still been vaccinated just in case, I suppose. But
Yeah. The last thing I did want to ask you is that most New Yorkers on the subway still do wear masks. I see you're not wearing one. Do you get odd looks or anything? Do you think you get treated any differently because you aren't wearing a mask?
I don't think so. I see a lot of people that don't wear masks, a lot of people that do wear masks. I think it's a personal choice. I feel like people that wear masks probably have people around them at a higher risk than others, and they just want to be 100% safe. I live by myself. I don't really have that problem, so.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get on with your day. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Elad? What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, nice to meet you. Hey everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's take a look at some of our final polling results. We were asking, should masks be required on the subway? And we had 28 for yes, 18 for no, and this proves absolutely nothing. If you had different ideas for what to poll, or you had different ideas of what you thought of our pollers today, let me know down in the comments. And of course, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, stay barely informed.